backstory and a story regarding this watch and this brand. So let me start in the beginning. So a while ago, I, was doing my own mods, custom builds and mods, and I stopped doing that. And then I kind of got enthusiastic about it again. And I mentioned on the channel that it would be fun to have people that, mod watches, really cool designs and everything, send them in, and I would do like a video review of them. Well, Dwight sent in a couple, and they were great looking watches. He does a great job building watches. Plus, I met up with him out in Long Beach, California, at the Mimo's Random Rob meetup that we do. Well, also along with Dwight came his wife and their little kid. But his wife's name is Autumn, and I got to talking to Autumn. She was wearing essentially this watch. I think it might have been a little bit different, but she was wearing this watch. And the more I started to talk to her, I realized that they're both building watches. And what Autumn has done is created a brand. So what was that? Mouvoir? Something like that, right? I don't know. I'm not bilingual or anything. And I'll put all this information down below. You could probably scan that QR code right there. It'll take you right to it. But so she agreed to send me this watch. Autumn did. And I wanted to video it because I don't get the opportunity to show watch options for the women out there. Of course, anybody can wear any watch. That's a fact, right? But the little bit smaller with the feminine vibe to it, I don't get to show very often because for the most part, they just don't get the views, and that's not what most guys want to see. But for the women out there, or for the men that want to pick up a really cool watch that is automatic, has some cool features, it's not going to be the run-of-the-mill type watch that a lot of women will wear. Maybe you want to pick one up for a loved one sort of thing. This is a potential option. We're going to break down what parts are used here vaguely, not extreme detail, and a little bit of the story. So let's get into it. First off, let's talk about the size. This particular watch is 37.9 millimeters, what I measure on the case. The case part, they call it a Juice T. I've never used that brand before, a Juice T. If I can find a link to it, I'll put it down below. This is the DC23 case, claimed to be 37.4 millimeter, but when I measure from here to here, I get 37.9. The lug to lug on it is 45 millimeter. You have drilled lugs, nice case shape on this thing, and 13.5 millimeter thick, double dome sapphire crystal up top. 20 millimeter lug width, and this bracelet tapers down to 16. This bracelet is from, it used to be called Uncle Seiko. I don't know what he's called now. Where's the bracelet? It's not called Uncle Seiko anymore. It's just called Uncle something, whatever. You can see the logo there. You have a display case back showing off the movement. Inside is the Seiko NH35. Six millimeter crown. So I talked about the case and bracelet. The bezel is also from that same company as the case, as well as the bezel insert. If you look a little bit closer, it's kind of that Yachtmaster style, but in a rose gold. Very good pairing of parts here. The hands, well, let me back up to the dial. Has the brand logo put right on it, which is extremely cool. So you know that it's made by Autumn or Dwight. I think Dwight's making them too, but I think Autumn's designing them from what I can tell. And it's that textured snowflake type dial. You can kind of see it there. The handset, Grand Seiko, hour minute hand. Grand Seiko minutes hand, Tuna seconds hand. I'm trying to read the notes here. Hour hand is Grand Seiko. Here, I just got to read. Hour hand is the Grand Seiko one, that one. The minute hand is from the Tuna, and the seconds hand is from the Mercedes handset. There. I finally was able to read my notes. The case back, of course, display case back. 120 click bezel, very smooth, very Seiko-like. Lines up perfect. Now, a little bit about the brand, the story. I'm just going to read it verbatim what Autumn sent me. This is a woman-owned business run by husband and wife where each piece is assembled locally in-house in Long Beach, California. They acquire the parts and then assemble the watches themselves in hopes that our timepieces will not only encourage movement, but they will move you too. Yeah, a little bit of marketing there, right? Our story begins with my husband, Dwight, which I talked about Dwight. He sent in a couple of builds. I'll put a link to that video down below too, who introduced me to the world of watches. I was instantly drawn to the intricate designs and the history behind each piece. However, I quickly became disappointed with the lack of options for women's watches. That's when I decided to create my own watches, both for men and women. With the help of my husband, Mouvoir was born out of the desire to create something special for the modern woman. Our goal is to create a watch that is both elegant and affordable, a watch that will move. Affordable is these are custom designed, spec'd out to your liking, and assembled with care and obviously quality control. Autumn told me this watch right here would be about $450. It's hard to nail down an exact price. You're going to have to communicate with them to determine, a snapshot in time, the parts that are going to be used and the time that's going to be involved with building the watch. Now, why not put it on wrist? Because like I said, I could wear this too if I wanted to. Absolutely. Love the bracelet. Love the case and the overall design. I was going to pick one of these up for my wife. I don't know if she'll actually wear it though. She's been wearing a Shinola for the most part. But I really appreciate the effort here. I think they have a good thing going. I wish them all the best luck, Autumn and Dwight. It was great to meet you. I'll see you guys again out in Long Beach. And check out the loom on this thing. Great loom as well. Dang. Those hour and minute hands are almost like overpowering. We have like 3 different colors essentially here. Very cool. I love the complexity to it. Check them out. Link in the description. Thanks for watching.